Hey mate, welcome to Xamarin Forms video tutorial by .NET Tricks. I'm your trainer, Harikrishnan. You can follow me on Twitter. My ID is cn_Harikrishnan. In this video, we're going to talk about the Xamarin Essentials. Let's jump into the video. Xamarin Essentials provides developers with cross-platform APIs for their mobile applications. They expose a set of APIs for accessing common mobile functionalities across various platforms. Android, iOS, and UWP offer unique operating systems and platform APIs that developers have access to all in C# leveraging Xamarin. Xamarin Essentials provides a single cross-platform API that works with any Xamarin Forms Android, iOS, or UWP application that can be accessed from shared code no matter how the user interface is created. So it increases the code sharing across multiple platforms and makes the app development more easier and faster as well. So you could see that there are various plugins for camera, geolocation, settings, permissions, connectivity notifications, and etc. We'll see about each and everything along with a short description. When looking at the platform support, it is supported on Android above the KitKat version and on iOS above 10 or higher, and when it comes to Tizen it is 4.0 or higher, and it is also supported for tvOS and watchOS. And when it comes to UWP, you need to have a version 10.0.0.16299 or higher. So it is also important to note that Tizen is officially supported by the Samsung development team, and tvOS and watchOS will have limited API coverage. So to know more about this, please see the feature guide for more information. So before getting started to know how to configure the Xamarin Essentials, let's see the list of features which are available in Xamarin Essentials. The first one is the accelerometer, which will allow us to retrieve acceleration data of the device in three-dimensional space. The next one is the app information, to find out information about the applications. App theme will let you detect the current theme requested for the application. And there is a barometer feature which helps us monitoring the barometer for pressure changes. Battery feature lets us easily detect battery level, source, and state. And there is a feature called clipboard which quickly and easily set or read text on the clipboard. And of course there are color converters which is available, which has the helper methods for system drawing color. And compass feature helps us monitor the compass changes, and also there are features to check the connectivity state and detect changes. And a contact feature is there which allows you to retrieve information about a contact on the device, and it is also possible to detect the shake movement of the device using the Xamarin Essentials. And you can get the device screen metrics and orientation using device display information, and you can find out about the device using the device information. And some other handy features like sending an email easily, allowing a file to be picked from the devices, and to easily save the files, and it's also possible using the Xamarin Essentials. And you can turn on or off the flashlight using the Xamarin Essential. And one important feature to be noted down is the geocode and reverse geocode address and coordinates as possible using the geocoding feature. And you can retrieve the device's GPS location using the geolocation feature. So these are some of the features, and apart from this, it is also possible to gather more information regarding gyroscope, launcher, magnometric, and maps as well. And media picker is one handy feature which allow you to pick or take photos and videos. And you can also quickly and easily open a browser to a specific website. And apart from this, it is also possible to open the phone dialer, and there are helper methods for converting rectangle, size, and point to platform extensions. And you can take a capture of the current display of the application using the screenshot feature. Security storage is available to store something securely if you want. You can send text and website links to other apps using the share feature which is available. And I like a couple of features like SMS and text to speech, which will allow us to send SMSs and convert the speech to text and text to speech. And it is also possible to version track and start web authentication flows and listen for a callback as well. So these are the features that are available in Xamarin Essentials. So a Xamarin Essentials provides a single cross-platform API that works with any iOS, Android or UWP application, which can be accessed from a single shared code, no matter how the user interface is created. So if you want to use Xamarin Essentials, it is available as a NuGet package and it can be included in any of the Xamarin Forms project. It is included in every new project of the Visual Studio, and it is also possible to be added in any existing project of the Visual Studio. All you need to do is add the Xamarin Essentials NuGet package and add a reference to Xamarin Essentials in any C# class to the reference of the APIs. When it comes to Android, it requires a special initialization. All you have to do is in the Android project's main launcher activity, you need to initialize the Xamarin Essentials. And then to handle the runtime permissions on Android, Xamarin Essentials must receive any on request permission request. So for that, you need to override the on request permission result. There are also documentation and source code available in the online, which you can make use of to better explore the Xamarin Essentials. I hope this is very useful. Thank you. So let's go ahead and write the logics using the Xamarin Essentials. So let this be some meaningful name, which is contact. So fine. So this messages, calling and email execution requires certain permissions on the Android and iOS. So which is for the latest versions. If you are using Android Pie, if your target is Android Pie, then no explicit permissions are required for any of these three actions. However, if you wanted to target the latest Android, then for security reasons you need to mention those queries and intents in the Android manifest file. And for message and call, there is nothing required explicitly for the iOS. However, for the mail, you need to set the key on the info.plist for the iOS on the info.plist file. So let's see how we can set that. So for that, let me open the Android manifest.xml file. So here below this, what we need to add is queries of, we need to add the intents. The Android name is Android intent, which is an action of dial. And let the data be telephone, so TEL. So that's for the call, and let's do the same for the SMS as well. So this action is, instead of dial, it has to be view, and scheme is SMS2, and for email it is send to action and mail to scheme. It is Android. So that's all about Android. For iOS, open the info.plist. So at the last, add this key application queries schemes. So here we have to define the key. We just have to specify that it is mailing action. So mention it is mail to. Alright, so that's all we need. Now let's go and define the similar to Xamarin Forms. Let's use the Xamarin Essentials here. So by default, when you create a project in Xamarin Forms nowadays, the Xamarin Essentials packages will be configured automatically, so you don't have to do anything extra to configure Xamarin Essentials and use the native APIs. So that's something which is simple. So let's go ahead and see how we can configure the native functions. So you would not believe it is just going to be 1 or 2 lines of code using which we are going to access the native APIs or the native functionalities of a mobile phone. And this works across all the platforms, Android, iOS and UWP. So let's first do it for call. So there is a phone dialer options using which we can open the contact number. So that's it. So we are done and the call action will start working like a charm. Let's verify it right away. Alright, so let's click on the call and see. You could see that the native dialer is opened with the number what we have given for that particular contact. So as cool as it is. So let's also go ahead and configure for the message and email as well. So for message, first we have to construct the message, which is here as SMS message. Let the body be empty. I'm not going to type anything which can be typed here, and the recipient be the number. So now let me make this as async because this is avoidable when we compose the SMS. That's it. So we are ready to send a message right away from the app. When you click on the message icon, it will directly open the message editor, default messaging app with the number being copied as recipient, and we can start writing our messages there. And similarly for email, we have to first create the email message where basically you have to define the list of recipients followed by the subject, test email. Fine. So email.compose async of mail. So this is also an avoidable thing, so we can put an right here. Fine. So that's it. So we have configured the calling action, messaging action and emailing action within a minute for all the 3 platforms. That's as simple as it is when we are using the Xamarin Essentials. Let's run the demo and see how it works. So we have already checked about the calling. Let's click on the message for someone. So now you could see that the number is being copied and it has opened the default editor for the message. And let's click on the mail for someone. You could see that the sender and the subject is there and you have to compose the email. That's it. So it is as simple as it is. So that's all about the Xamarin Essentials actions. If you wanted to do this in the native without Xamarin Essentials, this is going to take a lot of time. So with Xamarin Essentials, we have got this done with just a single line of code. So that's how powerful Xamarin Essentials is.